Yo, 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 welcome in everybody and welcome to Couch Sports Podcast, man. You with your boy DH Money the Don. Hey man, y'all seen from the post what we got going on, man. We doing Green Bay Packers versus the Chicago Bears. We're focusing in on the Chicago Bears. So make sure that y'all tune in and let's get to it. Yeah, I already see, broski. Like, I was gonna let you know it was like 64, but gotta go to the. All right, go ahead, do what you gotta do. Appreciate you for coming through. GG, appreciate you for sharing the live. Guy, appreciate those gifts, brother. Appreciate those gifts. I'll make sure I stop through and everything when you go live, bro. Yo, if y'all over on the tube, join over to TikTok. Come to Couch Sports Podcast. It'll pop up. We'll be live. Get in this live so y'all can talk y'all mess. This is where it's going down at right here, man. If you over on the purple app, hey, listen. I won't be able to see y'all comments for some reason because it's not allowing it. So either jump on the tube or jump on TikTok so that way y'all comments can get through. And if y'all want to come up, y'all already know what y'all gotta do, man. Y'all gotta send that request right there, man. All right, so let's go ahead and start getting into it. All right, y'all. Y'all already know we getting into it. Welcome in. Appreciate each and every last one of y'all being here. We're breaking down the Green Bay Packers film, and we're focusing in on the Chicago Bears. Hey, look, man, if y'all came from the post, y'all know what's going on. Thank you for sharing the live. Appreciate y'all for liking the live. Make sure that y'all send a comment. And if y'all want to come up, y'all want to come up. I don't know why, but if y'all want to come up, y'all got to make sure that y'all send the gift that is being requested. Okay, there it is right there. It's being requested. Oh, Gigi want to come up. Look at you. I see you. I see you. But this is it right there. Gigi, you want to come up? Come on up. You can come up. You know you can come up. Nah, you talk ball any other time. Come talk ball now. But yeah, y'all, if y'all want to come up, because I know it's gonna be some Green Bay Packer fans that want to talk they mess. If y'all want to come up, y'all gotta send that. Y'all gotta send that. We gotta get that goal. So we reach that goal. I'll bring y'all up. That's how that makes it. So GG, relax. They gotta make it to that goal. So GG, relax. All right, relax. Cool down. Don't no. We don't need you to go ham, all right? Y'all ready to get into this? Y'all ready? Ready to get into this? I don't think y'all ready. I don't think y'all ready. I think y'all just goofing around. Y'all say y'all ready. Y'all ain't ready. I'm ready. How about that? You got an issue. What's the issue, bro? Let me know. What's the issue? Nah, you joking. Nah, you got to be joking. Hey, that's a big issue, bro. That's a huge issue. Hey, Rose King Isaac, thank you for coming through. Diane talking about some he looks wait, he'll look ways has some kind of issue. Wow. Appreciate that daily check-in. Diane, appreciate your daily check-in. Wow, bro, y'all ain't you in maintenance. How you didn't measure this out? You supposed to measure it out first, bro. All right, let's get into it. Appreciate that daily check-in. Once again, man, y'all gotta send. Listen. If y'all want to come up and y'all want to talk about this game with me and break down this film with me, y'all have to send those gifts. We reached that goal right there. Send those 10 chains, send those 10 medallions. That's why I got it on right now. So that way we can throw it up when y'all do it. We doing a little dance with it. So what did Jose mess up on? Hey, he was supposed to his I'm gonna let him say it. Hey, go ahead and put it back in there, Shy. So if y'all want to come up, y'all gotta send them chains, send them gold medallions, send them gold medals, send them gold medals, and y'all come up. If y'all don't send it, y'all ain't. We gotta reach 10. We reach 10. Hey, them first ones that sent them up, we gonna bring y'all up. All right, GG, relax. We already know what's going on. So yes, we're breaking down the Green Bay Packers versus the Chicago Bears. This is what we're breaking down. We're talking about the Green Bay Packers. This is who we're focused on right here. It's the Green Bay Packers. Okay, so make sure that it's reachable. Isaac, oh my God, I'm guessing that you must want to come in and talk your mess, because no, you didn't just say GGB. I can't even repeat those words. Those ain't even words for me to repeat like that. I can't even repeat that. Anyway, let's go ahead. Let's get into it. Let's get started. You're a Green Bay fan? Well, you're going to hate this one right here because we're breaking down film. All right. Here we are. The game is we getting straight into it. It's straight highlights. We getting straight into it, y'all. So here we are, 2nd and 8. Green Bay got the ball. They're on their own 49. So that pretty much means that they got to get to Chicago's 43. All right. So let's go ahead and get to it. Y'all know the position that Green Bay is already in. Y'all see it. Y'all see it, right? Y'all see the quarterback in the back. He's not under center. We don't have to sit here and state whether or not they in what formation. Y'all should know this formation. We've been doing this for 3-4 days straight. So y'all should know this formation, man. Y'all should know that is motion left. Ball is hiked. He's been looking left. He throws quick. He gets the ball there. They do not make it to the first down. It was a quick pass. Ball came out, but that was Musgrove that he passed it to. Ball came out, but this the thing. It was already ruled down because he's going backwards. There's no forward motion, so he's ruled down already. So by the time that ball came out, they was already blowing a whistle. All right, let's see what the Bears was in to make this play happen like this. It looks like they were in zone coverage, possibly. Yeah, because nobody was covering the tight end. But it's kind of funky because you see Tremaine at the top. He's following the running back. So pretty much nobody had Musgrove because look at 26. It's that 26 here. Look at him. Or it was blown coverage. It was definitely blown coverage. So who is this? Is this? I can't even see the number, but who's ever this linebacker is right here, they were supposed to I guess he switched and he didn't say anything, so Musgrove became open. So they were running man. Y'all can see that easily. They was running man. All right, all right. Here we go. Y'all see the position. Y'all know the position. We've talked about this. This is look, we ain't gotta Oscar, appreciate that daily check-in. We ain't gotta sit here and talk about this position, right? Y'all already know this position. Y'all know what's going on. So, that's what Green Bay is in. Chicago Bears. Look at the cornerbacks. It's easy. It's simple. Y'all looking at the cornerbacks, right? Y'all see these guys. Y'all see how far back they are. We don't have to sit here and keep going back and forth about what they in. They should be in what zone? We've talked about them being it when they far back away. We've talked about when they're being up close. So y'all should know that these guys for Chicago is in zone. You see him right here, bam, and bam. Look how far away he is from this receiver. Look how far away he is from this receiver. And if you know it, that's right, FGB. You already know it. Appreciate you sharing the live. Thomas, welcome in. Oscar, welcome in. Appreciate y'all. Let's make sure that y'all hit the likes, share y'all comments, and we got to get these gifts. If y'all ain't did y'all daily heart me, go ahead and do y'all daily heart me. But God, we got to get these gifts. The gifts that's up there is going to pop up there, not the gallery, but the medallions. That's why we order gold medals. That's why we got on the chains, so that way we can do it, man. Yo, Thomas, you coming through going crazy. Appreciate you sending these gifts, bro. Let's go. I gotta hold on. I gotta make sure. Cause you just went extra crazy. Freestyles, TikToks, daily check-ins, slap or clap, oldies. Bro, you going crazy. I appreciate you. The heart puffs, the Thunderbolts, the GGs, the Chilies, the Goats. Man, hey, I appreciate all the love that you sending right now. Brady, welcome in. Yeah, you definitely got me. You definitely got me. Appreciate the daily check-in, Brady. So listen, we break it down this film, y'all. Let's get back to it. We know that the Bears is in zone. So let's see what Green Bay do. Look at all right. So Jordan Love, he drops back. He throws the ball. I'm not gonna lie, that's a great quarterback move right there. He's throwing the ball before the receiver has even broke down. The only problem that I don't really like is that's way too early. The receiver is just now starting to make a turn, so he doesn't even know if it's gonna be on point or not. But he threw enough hump into it because that receiver could have rounded that out to be a little bit further, and that could have been short. But All good, man. Have a great stream, brother. Appreciate you, Thomas. Appreciate you. Brady, appreciate that lightning. So, but it made it through. You got the first down. Got out of bounds right there. Green Bay is gonna miss this guy. Y'all know that, right? Green Bay is really gonna miss this guy. Yeah, the pocket was definitely clean. We could talk about that. Let's look at how it sent for. It was the right call to be called. No blitz. Ball is out of his hands. Pocket is not breaking down. Man, it looked real. That looked real good for Green Bay. But they gonna miss Dobbs. He's gone to New England. We'll be breaking down every team's film, so y'all ain't got to worry about that. All right, once again, man, y'all already know what's going on. Y'all see what Green Bay is in, so y'all know what formation that is. Y'all see how far the cornerbacks are for Chicago, so y'all know what it is. Nobody's covering these two. You got this guy over him, but nobody's covering this one. So pretty much, y'all should know that Chicago is in what type of formation. Hey, somebody's comment was filtered. Somebody's comment was filtered. So Brady definitely like the thank you for liking the live. So let's go ahead, move forward. Once again, we know that Chicago is in zone. A nice clean pocket again, but they are getting to him. So we can't call this too clean, but y'all can definitely bet that they were trying to make sure that Love got the ball out of his hands quickly because he's that's maybe 2-3 seconds. 2-3 seconds. And then once again, Romeo Dobbs at the bottom makes the catch. He's trying his best to push for the first down. He does not get it. 4th and 1. 4th and 1. So now you see cornerback a little bit tighter. You see another corner covering. You see this corner then came over. So pretty much you can guess that Chicago is in man right here. Why wouldn't they be? It was your comment. Oh man. Hey, look, spell it out in spaces. Spell it out in spaces, and I'll be able to it'll come through. So once again, y'all know what Green Bay is in. Y'all know the formation. So and 9 times out of 10, it might be a pass, even though we know what was going on with Chicago Bears. And it is a pass. So let's roll through it. Great play by the Chicago Bears. Bad play calling by Green Bay Packers. You have them spread it out. You know that they're in man. Look at all that opening over there. Step if he step up and possibly run, he might have would have had that first down. If Love would have stepped up, did DA run too much man last year, in your opinion? He ran too much man against the wrong teams. Like, there's never too much man when you have the right matchup. So there's no way to really answer that. But if you say against this team, like he did it against Detroit, a little bit too much. Your guys are getting burnt up. Come on, man. You can't be doing that. He did it against I want to say he did it against Philly and he did it against Minnesota. Like he did it a little bit too much during those certain teams. When you got guys that have burners, you can't sit here and run man 60-70% of the game. You got to make sure that you pull it back some. But when you look at games like this, Romeo Dobbs, uh, I don't think Christian Watson, he was back already and things. When you got these type of guys that you could feel that y'all good matchups against, you can run that man like that. I mean, yeah, we definitely didn't have the right personnel to run man because we had a bunch of slow cornerbacks, or Chicago had a bunch of slow cornerbacks. But at the end of the day, like if you match it up against the right team, like think about it when they had played Cincinnati, they didn't run man as much as they did when they played Green Bay. because you can't keep up with T. Higgins and Jamar Chase. So therefore they ran a lot more zones in that. So once again, I'll run it back, let y'all see it, see the play. I was saying he should have possibly ran right here. You got a man coming across. You got a little bit of opening there, step up, run. You might get the first down. You don't need. You didn't even do any scanning of the field. Love didn't do any scanning of the field. He looked that way, and that's all it was. He didn't care about anybody else. Like, bro, this guy right here, don't know who's this Musgrove. Again, he could have ended up being open. You don't know that. You could have possibly ran you got a lot of options for 4th and 1, and you being a quarterback, you got to see that green right there. You got to see that green. He was just so anxious to get the ball out of his hands. And no penalty. No penalty. So that was definitely great right there. All right, Chicago Bears. So now we're looking at Green Bay Packers on defense. We're looking at them on defense. Was that supposed to be a pick play? Um, nah. Because if it was a pick play, Christian Watson would have been going towards the sideline a little bit more. That's just more so he had an out route. That's all that was. He had an out route. The X had a drag route. So nobody really had a pick play on that. Like you'll know a pick play, Watson would have been running towards the sideline, possibly like right here. He possibly would have been turned toward upwards towards the sideline. Like the look at the cone, the touchdown cone. He probably would have been running there right now if that was a pick play. It was just more so he had an out route. That's all that it was. He had an out route. All right, so we're looking at Green Bay on defense. Let me make sure that okay. Yep. We're looking at Green Bay on defense right now. So shotgun formation, we see that. Green Bay has 3 down linemen, but they have mixed formations. They run 3-4. They run a 4-3. So this possibly could be considered a 4-3. But we're gonna go ahead and go forward. We got a motion. He's not necessarily following the motion. He's just shifting over as well as the rest of you guys. Look how the middle linebacker is moving. See how the middle linebacker kind of squared up more? All right, so let's go ahead and run the play. Straight up the middle, Munangai for the first down. So you got one guy pulling, and you got Coastal Loveland coming across the backfield. The Green Bay linebackers, the 2 at the top, they have slow reactions. The middle linebacker, your main thing is to stop the run. Like that's the only thing that you have to worry about is stopping the run. You should have been possibly in the hole way faster than that. Shouldn't have been any reason that a lineman got to the second level, which is your level, and met you pretty much where you were at. He met you at the first down line, which was 1 yard, 2 yards in front of you, and shut you and pretty much pushed you out of the way, pushed you out of the play. You made the tackle, but way too late. So that was definitely great blocking by Chicago. Poor defense to the linebackers. The linebackers should have seen that. Linebackers should have seen that. They reacted pretty decently, but he should have been shooting the hole a little bit more. Look at you're looking in the backfield. You see that the ball is being showed out. Take 1 second and look at the linemen. All of the linemen are pushing forward. None of them are backing up. That tells you it's a run. You should have been in the hole a little bit faster than that. All right, we got first and 10 for Chicago, Green Bay, two down. They in the 4-3. The two defensive ends are standing up. You have possibly a zone, but you do have the safety covering the wide receivers at the top. You have a linebacker covering Cole Kmet. So, yo, Mari, what's good? Appreciate that daily check-in, man. We just breaking down some film real quick. All right, y'all seen that motion. Y'all seen that motion, right? And you seen that the corner really didn't follow him. Therefore, you should know what Green Bay is in. No lie, that's pretty decent coverage, zone coverage when it comes to Green Bay. The first option, which was Zacchaeus, wasn't there. He could have came down here to Coast and Loveland, but it really wouldn't been that much yards. So he went towards his third option, and then he seen the fourth option. He looked at the third option, which is DJ Moore. Then he seen that fourth option and he let it go. And of course, they got the first down. Great catch. Twin Beats, welcome in. I'm not gonna lie, I want to see more of Jade. I want to see more of Jade. Hey, Twin Beats, if you in here, man, hit that daily check-in, brother. So Roma Dunze was hurt during this game as well. Roma Dunze was hurt during this game. So let's see. We have a safety over the top. Cornerbacks are backed up. Y'all should know what Green Bay is in, right? We ain't got to pretty much say whether they in zone or not. We've been doing this for days straight. Y'all should recognize both offensive formation and then look at who the cornerbacks, linebackers, and safeties to determine whether or not the defense is in zone or not. I don't know if that boy 30 got up in here, but that's a person that he definitely don't like. Zacchaeus, who's no longer on the team as well. They did not re-sign him. He makes the catch for a first down. Let's break this down a little bit because Green Bay definitely sent a blitz. So they Chicago called the motion. That told the linebacker they're getting ready to snap the ball. Notice the safety is creeping down. When you're on offense as a quarterback, you see a safety creeping down like how he is. Look how close he is now. Look at the other safety at the top of the screen over here. There's a safety over here at the top of this screen. Okay, y'all can't see it. I see now. Y'all can't see it. The kids reminded me of Hot Hands from Little Giants. He made that one catch. But over here, there's a safety. He's back here. He's behind the 40. Y'all can't see it, but y'all see the 0, right? He's behind this line. There's a line here. He's behind that line. This safety is way up here by the logo. This tells you that this linebacker does not have man. He has freedom. 9 times out of 10, he's blitzing. This guy could have been blitzing as well, but they probably called something off. So that's why you see Williams kind of like, okay, I know where I need to go. He knows where the pressure's coming from. Was this a great blitz by Green Bay? It would have worked up the middle. It would have worked up the middle. And you know what? Now that I've been watching and why not? What's going on, girl? Appreciate that daily check-in, sis. So I see why our center retired. I've been watching film a lot. It seems like the center really didn't have that footing, that movement like how he wanted to. So we see that that's blitz. The linebacker came over. He covered Jade. Jade gave not Jade, Zacchaeus. Zacchaeus kind of gave him a move, made him play on his heels. Williams get out of the pocket, and yeah, that was just great play by Chicago. Blown coverage by the linebacker. He got blown up. He kind of really just gave up right here on this play. Like I think he was exhausted. I think he was exhausted at this point. He ain't even try to go and hit the man. He look at him, mouthpiece. He taking the mouthpiece out. He man, Dowman was always a bit undersized. Definitely more of a run blocker. Yeah, Brady. He's definitely more of a run blocker because every film that I went through, and I went through probably 3 Bears film here on live, and a couple of more just on my own. He was giving up a lot in that middle. If it came to him blocking, he needed help. Usually the center gets to help others because he doesn't have anybody over him. They were making sure they got in that A gap and he was the target. Push him out the way to get to where y'all need to get to. The hell? Yo, what the hell happened to my film? Let me see if I could get it back up. I don't know what just happened. Cap Cup got an update. That's what just happened. Yeah, Cap Cup got an update, y'all. So they kind of messed us up on that. I wish they would have waited to send that update. Let's see how fast it's gonna be. I got some pretty decent internet, so let's see how fast we can make this. It's gonna close real quick. We're gonna get it. Jones and Bradbury are similar play style wise, being once the athletic run blockers at center. Man, listen. What I want is get it done. Hey, where is my tester at? I just not noticed that. I know I just went off real quick, y'all. I'll be okay. It's back on. Just need to make sure that that popped up. There we go. All right, let's see if we can get this back. Trying to find out what's going on right here, y'all. We definitely working on it. I think we were about right here, right? Thank y'all for being patient. All right, we back to it. We were a little bit past this part. Yeah, everything's back up and running. They just needed to do an update. That's all, y'all. That's all. We're back up and we're running. All right, so we pretty much was breaking that down. We broke that down already. All right, Green Bay, once again, 4-3. You got a linebacker that's possibly covering, but he's also moving up. DJ Moore is in motion. Cornerbacks are way back, so they're in zone. Everything's in zone. All right, y'all. All right, y'all. All right, look, right? So I hate wide receiver screens, but because he's coming out of the backfield right here, this screen I consider to be indecent. This is a decent screen because it's almost like a halfback screen or a running back screen. So I can deal with this. And he's in motion already. He's moving. So it gives him a little bit of up. So I could definitely rock with this. Great pass by Williams. Oh, that man he was hoping for it, but he was too far. They're in zone. Running back shoot. I mean, the cornerback he pushes down as hard as he can. Zacchaeus does a decent block. Dalman is just he's trying. He was trying. I can understand why he retired, man. It's he couldn't really keep up. But this was a great play, and Zacchaeus kind of got two blocks right here. There go a block there, and then there go a block right there. So he kind of got two blocks in, and DJ just made it to the first down and did what he had to do right there. So, all right. Okay, so 9 times out of 10 there, and man, there's no way they should be in the red zone like this and be in zone coverage. No reason at all. So, looking into it, they changing the play. The Green Bay is changing the play. They have a 4-3 as well. Or they could be in nickel. They could be in the 5-5-2. No, I see too many linebackers. They're in the 4-3. So if you look up top, that's 1-on-1 there. Down at the bottom, this cornerback is way off. Y'all probably can't even see it on the screen. You have a nickel back covering Coast and Loveland. And Zacchaeus looked like a linebacker is covering him. Trickery play by Chicago. They made it seem like they was gonna run a receiver screen. It was more so looking like RPO. Uh, I don't know if he's still in here. 30 God, if you still in here, if y'all play this man, he runs this a lot, and sometimes it works for him, sometimes it don't. Like 70% of the time, it works for him. The ball is given to the DeAndre Swift, which is smart. You got a linebacker blitzing in on you. They Green Bay ran the blitz. So Green Bay ran the blitz. Spicy, welcome in. Appreciate that daily check in. Green Bay ran the blitz because of who Caleb Williams is. It kind of paused 57. Yeah, it kind of paused 57. If y'all see him right there, he kind of like took a step and was like, Then he went after DeAndre Swift. The hole got closed up quick. Swift tried to cut back, so that is a great coverage by Green Bay. It was 3rd and 4, and it ended up possibly being like 4th and 1. Yeah, it was like 4th and 1. And of course, this is what's going on, Spicy. Thank you for those 3 chilies, those 2 go poplars. Hey, listen. If you could get spicy in here, I'ma just say it like that. You could get spicy. I ain't gonna hold you back. I know I'll be coming in yours and just saying some outrageous stuff. So there you go. And I don't know if you noticed, lights on. Lights was off. You wouldn't be able to see nothing but the chain and the hat. But anyway, all right, once again, they're up close, single back formation for Chicago Bears. So Green Bay, everybody's up close. They can't really back up anywhere. At this moment, you can just pretty much say they and man because everybody's gonna really follow each other. So Caleb Williams is at the top. Caleb Williams, I'm making my round. See you around. All right, thank you. Say lights off. Caleb Williams is at the top, so pretty much direct snap. We know what's going on here. We know what's going on here. That's why you see everybody in the box. When we say in the box, we mean right here. Let me make this bigger for y'all again. I'm gonna try to get some the drawing stuff. I'm gonna try to get the drawing stuff going as well. Well, actually, I think I have it. Let me see if I can grab this, bring it down, make it bigger for y'all. Okay, will it display? Did it display? There you go. Oh snap! We got some drawing going on. There it is. That is that is a box right there. It's way bigger than this though. It's way bigger than this. The box is bigger, so I didn't expect to. I didn't expect to have all that. I really didn't. I didn't expect to get all that, y'all. Man, I'm a little bit more excited now. We really ready for the NFL. We really ready. All right, so when we talk about the box, let's talk about the box. See all these guys right here? All these guys that's right there? That is the box. That's the box right there. See how many guys are that close up to the line of scrimmage? That's what they mean by cluttering the box or men are up in the box. So you count how many people are in the box. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, possibly 8 because of this guy's head right here. This right here. So that's possibly 8 right there. But once again, Caleb Williams. Let me see. How can I get this out? Oh, they didn't messed up. All right, but once again, this is Caleb Williams. Oh, let me see. Let me get the doc back up. There you go. Once again, this is Caleb Williams right here. He's right here. That's Caleb Williams. So they know what this is. They know what this is. And that was on 4th and 1 right there. So Chicago Bears fans, y'all should know what's going on. Of course, Dowman is no longer the center. That shouldn't have happened. And honestly, I probably being that close, I probably wouldn't have ran a direct snap simply because with your quarterback not being in the backfield, everybody knows that the running back is gonna get the ball. So why would you run anything like that? There's nothing to really look at for Green Bay right here. They At this point, they should have known who was gonna get the ball, so they probably should have been blitzing in. Of course, Caleb Williams was gonna come like he was gonna get a handoff by Mononga, but yeah. All right, Green Bay is back on. Green Bay is back on, right? Y'all know the formation. It's shotgun. They're at their own 26. It looks like because of Tremaine Edmonds, which is right here, he's underneath, or he's not underneath. He's closer to. Let me bring this down some. See if I can bring this down. Okay, he's closer to the guy that's right here. Yeah, I like that right there. You see how that is? How that's kind of like lined up? Or I'm sorry, is more so this is a running back. He's lined up with the running back. You could tell that that's man. You have this right here, and then at the bottom of the screen, which is behind this 3rd and 6 sign, you have, see how close that is? I can't believe that they let us do all this. But anyway, all right, there we go. That's all I got to press. But yeah, anyway, so as we see it, right? So obviously we can say Chicago Bears are in man. What does Green Bay do? Sam, it's been way too long, bro. Yes, we're breaking down film. I'm doing the whole NFL because we're close. We're 49 days away from the NFL season start. So I'm breaking down film. We went through Chicago Bears, we went through Detroit Lions, we went through Minnesota. So pretty much today is the end of the NFC North. We're finishing the NFC North with Green Bay Packers, but what other game should I end it with when it comes to Green Bay Packers but with the Bears? So therefore, yeah, but it's been way too long. D33, welcome in. Smoky Bears, appreciate you sharing the live. Hey y'all, thank you for sharing the live. If anybody wants to come up though, if anybody wants to come up, share the live to y'all people and have them come send them gold chains. We rocking the chains. We doing a little 2 chains dance and whatever y'all want to say for those chains and things. So make sure that y'all get it there. Sam, thank you for the likes. Yeah, man. You know, just trying to get everybody in tune and get everybody ready. So he doesn't run often. This was kind of like, oh, how can we describe this? We don't know what the receivers up top are doing. You have 2 check and release with the tight end and the running back. Both, you see the tight end at the top of the screen, he's blocking somebody, and then he releases that guy. The running back, he's checking to make sure nobody gets in, and then he's gonna release as well. So both of them had a check and release. Now you see them 2 ready to catch the ball. Jordan Love does not like what he sees. Neither one of them. He fakes it. And of course, you know, the cornerback, actually that's Tremaine Edmonds. Tremaine Edmonds has to play the pass first because that's a big play pass. If Love throw that ball, then David, appreciate that daily check-in and the like. If he throws that ball right there, that's gonna be a big play. So he did right. Make sure he covered the big pass first and then come up for the hit. Um, Edwards though, once Love got out of that pocket, This motion right here. This motion right here. Hey, listen, if he makes the pass right there, he makes the pass. You gotta be getting towards that edge. That look how big of a jump he just made. He was at the 32. He made it to the close in between 29, 29 and a half. So that was a great play by Love, taking the ball down, faking a pass, diving for it for the first down. It was 3rd and 6, so they had to get the first down. Bad play, bad play by uh Edwards. All right, here we go, y'all. It's 1st and 10. Of course, this should be the next play. Single back. Once again, y'all know the formation. Y'all know the formation, y'all. And then if you pay attention to the cornerbacks, you got guys playing deep. You got one playing close. It looks like Edmonds is looking at the tight end. So we're gonna go ahead and start. Pass play is definitely a pass play right here. All right, so that right there, nothing can be done about that. Nothing can be done about that when it comes to Chicago. Why? Because you call a comeback play for a reason. You get the cornerback hips to turn, and then you plant your foot, you turn to the outside, and you try to come back to the quarterback, or you come back to the sidelines, which is why you see Romeo Doubs coming from close to the 50 to about the 46 is not the fact that that's where the ball is thrown. That's where the ball is supposed to be thrown because that's exactly where he's supposed to Dobbs supposed to be at. And that's called the comeback route. We don't see that much. GG, appreciate that FYP in the chat. So that was definitely a great play called by Green Bay. Chicago Bears couldn't do anything about that right there. All right, so y'all already see shotgun formation. But now you see two in the backfield. You see two in the backfield. So that usually indicates it's a run somewhere. That's shotgun split back. Shotgun split back. Faithful Sports. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Came through with a galaxy, yo. We just got a galaxy in the building. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Hey, much love right there. Yes, we just got a galaxy, y'all. Hey, that's amazing right there. Just came through with a galaxy. Oh my God. Hey, you just don't know how much that I appreciate that right there, man. I definitely appreciate it. Oh my God. Hey, coming through. Thank you for the likes. I would have sent it, but you so hey, Gigi. I was talking about the gold chains. I'm talking about the chains. All right, so we know. All right, let's break this down real quick. Break this down. Appreciate you liking the live. All right, we know he's in a shotgun formation. The Bears are running a zone. Look at the top cornerback. Look at the top cornerback. So I'm gonna bring it up so y'all can see it right here. This is the guy that you can look at that's gonna help you tell what it is. Just watch that guy. See how he's not following anybody and he's looking in the backfield? That tells you it's zone. That tells you his zone. So what Dobbs did was we call it we call it a zone read. Well, it's not called the zone read. It's called a hook soft zone read. So he runs a hook He knows that they're in zone. He has to find that weakness. He has to find that hole in that zone and get right in between it. So usually when you run a zone, you have two defenders somewhere apart from each other. You have to find that middle spot where neither one of these guys could get to you very quickly if the ball is thrown to you. So there you go, right there. That's how he made that catch. He's right behind the linebackers, but right in front of the safety and or any defensive backs. And that's why he had a big catch right there and a big run. All right, they're now in the second quarter. It's second and goal. Ball is on the 5. You see that he's in shotgun. The running back is going in motion. We can't really tell whether or not Chicago is in zone just yet because once again is near the goal. So it's in the red zone. A lot of guys are going to be much closer than what they usually would be. If you look at the cornerback at the top, it kind of shows that they're still in zone, but that usually just those guys are usually off a little bit just so if the ball is thrown over the top on them, they're not getting beat. And usually when you have that one-on-one right here in this situation, a quarterback would try to throw near the back of the end zone and give their wide receiver a chance to, jump up for the ball and catch the ball. So if that happens, then you as a cornerback, you don't want to be too close up and get beat, and then that wide receiver get a chance to just catch the ball. So therefore, that's why you see him a little bit back. So it could be man, but it also could be zone right here. All right, so going to this, pretty much like how we seen with Chicago Bears and DJ Moore, you seeing a running back in motion. He's behind the line of scrimmage. You're setting up a screen, uh, and that's perfectly fine. You're not throwing it out to the wide receivers. For me, it's perfectly fine. You're not throwing it out to the wide receivers, right? Now, the thing is, the Chicago Bears, they noticed this and they are doing their best to get to. You see these guys, they're like, all right, we're going to push these blockers out of the way. And I really like how Edwards got to this wide receiver down here at the bottom because that wide receiver was supposed to go to the outside cornerback and he didn't make it there. So that was great. But Jordan Love threw a perfect ball and yeah, that was a perfect ball. That was supposed to be a catch. Don't know what happened there. That was definitely supposed to be a catch. All right, so here we go again. Shotgun formation. Shotgun formation. It was a live ball, so of course they moved back. They lost 3 yards on that. Third down and goal. So pretty much next play. Now you can actually have your safeties where they're supposed to be and watching the field. So you see how he kind of threw the ball up right there to Watson. The previous play, that is kind of like what you want to do. You want to give your wide receiver that chance there. That's the type of play that they should have ran the play before this. Green Bay should have ran this type of play, not necessarily that, but a jump ball type of pass, a play before this. And that was just great defense by Edwards. That was great defense by Edwards. Can't do nothing about that. It's gonna be a little blurry because they're moving, but you see, he just threw his arm up there, blocked the receiver from catching the ball. It got deflected a little bit, and there you go. No touchdown, no flag, nothing. they decide they're gonna take the points. So they decide they take the points, they get on the board first. All right, here we are. 11:20 left in the second quarter. It is 31. Chicago Bears are on their own 46. They got to get to the 47 for a first down. You see, once again, we're in single back formation. Cole Kmet is in zone. Cole Kmet is in motion. So you look at the cornerbacks here. He's up close. Now, when it comes to a tight end going in zone, usually a cornerback is not going to follow the tight end. He's going to have people shift over and pick that up. And he will end up picking up the wide receiver if he's in man. If he's not in man, then it doesn't matter, right? He's not in man. He was in zone. Notice that he really didn't move. He didn't have a reason to move. You see number 29 here at the top. Here, right here. 29 is right here. This is 29 right here. He bails out. He turns around and he goes that way. He goes towards the where the arrow is pointing at. Monongai rushes forward for the first down and they get it. There's nothing you can really do about that. That's just up the middle. It's not bad offense, not bad defense, or not great offense, not bad defense. It's just one side won on that part. And the Bears up front won that. You got Monongai all day, right? All right, here we are, shotgun, empty set. Shotgun, empty set right here. Once again, your cornerback is way over here. So with the cornerback being this far apart from the wide receiver, you pretty much can say that this is a zone. You got this guy over this receiver. You got this guy came to play over this receiver. Look how far back this guy from this receiver. Then you got this guy right here. He is a defensive end. So he's not going to be covering anybody. Now, and with that being, I believe that's Coastal Loveland at the bottom of the screen. I believe this is Coastal Loveland. When you look at this, it's like, where do you want your cornerback to be lined up? Do you want them up close and a big tight end gets not necessarily behind him, but on the side of him? And at that point, you just quarterback just throws the ball up there. A tight end is way bigger than a cornerback, so therefore he could easily just bully ball him. But let's see what happens. All right, so they are in. Yo, appreciate that, GG. If you pay attention to this guy right here, you pay attention to that guy right there. He's telling you that they just ran a zone. Notice he didn't follow anybody. He just ran off to the side. Also, you got this guy. He's not following anybody. He's just bailed out to the side right there. So that would be considered great defense. The the pocket broke down right there. I think if he would have turned and looked at DJ Moore a little bit faster, they possibly would have got closer to the first down. I won't say they would have got the first down. It's 3rd and 13. So, but if you look at DJ Moore right here, he probably would have got you to the at least the 40, maybe the 42. give the ball to Cole Kmet at the top. He would have got you some positive yards. He probably possibly would have got you to the 43, but it still would have been fourth down. So I guess it really didn't matter at that point, right? Also, you got Cal Mononga down here, close to the bottom of the screen. He's running a halfback out route. Now, the reason I call it a halfback out route and not just saying an out route, he's coming from the backfield, so his out route looks a little bit different. And it's not a swing route, so incomplete pass, move on to fourth down. Here we go. Here we go. 2nd and 5. Ball is on Green Bay's 10. They have the ball. If you're looking at Chicago, you can see where the cornerbacks are, so you can determine what it is. We ain't gotta say what that is, right? We ain't gotta sit here and be like, oh, they this or all they that, right? All right, let's play it. Empty set, had all outs. Well, not all outs, but your Y and Z had outs, which is 88 and which is Musgrove, and number 9, which is Watson, who makes the catch. Both of them ran towards the out. And that's like if you call in the route tree, most route trees, that's a number 5. So they'll say something 55. And those two guys know that they got outs. 11 right here, that's a hook route. Romeo Dobbs, he has a dig, but the ball is already thrown. I don't know who's that at the top because I can't really tell the number. So let's keep it moving. D33, appreciate you liking the live. All right, 1st and 10. Ball is on their own 17. Y'all know single back formation. Cornerback is way off. Is he even on the screen for y'all? Is he even on the screen for y'all? I mean, like, seriously. Um, I can't see any of the safeties, so they could be playing like a deep zone right now. All right, all right. So, oh my God, I'm gonna make sure that I have the little Zoom thing in that Zoom thing on next time because I want y'all to see. I'm gonna start zooming in on stuff. Uh, it's zone because if you see 35 right here at the bottom of the screen for the Chicago Bears, he did not touch anybody. He's not following anybody. This is a zone blitz. Look at the line of scrimmage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blue shirts at the line of scrimmage. Look at the linebackers. They played run first and they got caught up. I mean, they didn't get caught up, but they did what they could. Then they bailed out once they seen that it was a pass. Okay, and this is where the flag comes in right here. Y'all see how Jordan Love's head is down, and y'all see who's that? Sweat. Y'all see Sweat, how his head is down. That is the penalty. That is not allowed in the NFL. If you're in college, you're gonna get kicked out for that, and that's why you see that flag just came out. But he got folded up. I know. I'm sorry. That's 94. That's 94A. That's right, 33. My bad. That's Booker. That's Booker right there. This the game where he took him out. We definitely don't like seeing things like that. Thank you for them 3 times goats. Appreciate that. All right, so yeah. Now this is what I'm gonna say though, Booker. We gotta work on that, Booker. Get low. You gotta get low. I know you want to tear his head off. It's Green Bay. You hate Green Bay. You're Chicago Bears. You hate Green Bay. Appreciate them 4 times goats. But you gotta get low. You gotta get low. You gotta hit that hit that that where that football at, hit that number area. Hopefully it didn't freeze up on y'all. All right, we all good. We all good. Hit that number area. All right, yeah, we all good. We good. We good. We good. I just wanted to make sure that we was good and we'll let it play out. Ooh, he was knocked out. That man was knocked out. He was asleep for a little bit. Look how long his eyes just closed. Nah, he ain't knocked out, but he's definitely hurt. I mean, back in the day, that's just a great hit. That's just a great hit back in the day. Y'all seen who that was? Malik Willis. And I'm not even going to listen. Malik Willis is now going to Miami. I'm happy, but I'm not happy because Chicago got to face Miami. The only thing that's great about that is they don't have any wide receivers, so everybody can pretty much focus on Devin Achane and or a chain and Malik Willis. They can focus on the run game, stop the run game, and make Malik Willis throw the ball. That's all that they have to do. But here, he was tearing the Bears up, y'all. All right, shotgun formation, and they decided to run. You have the cornerbacks all the way back. You have the cornerbacks all the way back, so that's definitely telling you that it's zone again. Picked up about 3.5 yards right there. It wasn't really much that anybody could do about that. Like there was no hole. The offensive line didn't really push anybody out the way. And it looks like he pretty much got caught up with his own guy. That's what really stopped him. He got caught up with his own guy, and then the Bears just swarmed. That's all that it was. He got caught up with his own guy, and then the Bears just swarmed. All right, next play. The Bears cornerbacks are playing a little bit closer up. The safety is closer up. You have another defensive back close up, not close up, but he's at a decent. No, he's close up top. If you look at him up top, I'm sorry. So here you go, close up. The safety came down. Cornerback is close up. This is about a little too far, but looking at these two and looking at this safety, I'm saying that they called some type of blitz and have these guys in man. This guy, this guy, this guy, and this guy. Those 3 guys are in man. I feel right here, they're on a go, and then you got another safety back here somewhere. And exactly what I said. Exactly what I said. He was on a go. And honestly, this is called this is not a this is a RPO. It could have been a screen down here. This could have easily been a screen down here. He could have handed the ball off or he take the ball on his own. So run pass option. That's how that works. And being the defensive end, you're not Booker. You're not supposed to be caught that far in. You're not supposed to be caught that far in. Come Instead of coming down the line, come up a little bit and keep your eyes on the running back. Oh, on the quarterback. Defensive ends first role is the quarterback. That's what a defensive end. The rush edger first goal is the quarterback. So Austin Booker should not have been that far inside or down the line like where he was. That's why Malik Willis was able to get to that edge and Booker did not get touched. Cannot have that. That was a great play by Malik Willis, pulling that ball back right there. Great play. Next play, you see motion and you don't see anybody following him, automatically zone. So we know that this is single back formation for Green Bay. Chicago Bears is running zone. First down, pretty much put his head down and ran Brisker over. Brisker made the tackle, but he pretty much got ran over. He got punished for being there. Let's see. You got your center making it to the second level, which is what Dowman was lacking on a little bit. He was not making it to that second level. Defensive tackles being pushed out of the middle. So Green Bay's line did exactly what they were supposed to do. We got a first down there. Here we go. 2nd and 6. Ball is on Chicago's 29. We got double out route down here. Great pass by Willis. The pocket pretty decent. They've been trying to get the ball out of their quarterback hands pretty fast. So they've been running that. They was running that a lot. Of course, looking at the cornerback, you look at the cornerbacks and you look at how Brisker came down. Brisker was actually playing safety here and he came down. You look up top, you see the cornerback up top. He's not sticking anybody, so you know that the Bears was in zone and they just pretty much played it right. Green Bay caught the right play and made the pass to the right guy. Another RPO screens. Chicago could be in zone. Yeah, looking at the safeties there in zone again. Great play. Great play. RPO. It's hard to stop RPO, y'all, because the quarterback could easily pull it out and run himself, pause, or he could take the ball away from the running back again and throw to that screen that we see that's gonna be developing, or do what we see that he did here and just hand the ball off. Um, what he's doing is he's looking at a linebacker and defensive end and stating whether or not he should pull the ball or not. He didn't, and we see what they got, a big first down inside the 5 right there. They're inside Chicago's 5. Or no, they're at the 5. Single back formation. You see Watson, he's going in motion. You see he has the defender following him, Once again, I said this, usually a lot of teams they get down here inside their own goal line and while they're on defense and they start playing man and stop playing zone. When you see a wide receiver come into motion and stop here, it's usually a run. Unless it's KC, you'll see a tight end do this. It's usually Kelsey. That's when you see him do that little shuffle pass. So they ran a fade to dots. Okay, this is what I'm talking about. Last time, this was way earlier in the film session. They were in this position. They were at the 5. And you had Watson at the top of the screen. This is what most teams are supposed to run. Nowadays, it's a little trickery. They add some trick plays to it and things like that. But most teams are supposed to run this. When you have a guy like Watson, you want to throw the ball up there and let him jump up and catch it. Sometimes you'll see a tight end, Colston Loveland for Chicago Bears, Sam Laporta. You might see some guys like that lined up outside because they're gonna have a chance for a jump ball. One guy who's very great at this, and I'm so glad that he's no longer on their team anymore, but he's on the team that's gonna be giving him a chance to do this, is a great wide receiver that had a mediocre to okayish quarterback, AJ Brown. So situations like this, you got Jalen Hurts want to run and get the touchdown himself, or doing all like type of throw the ball up to AJ Brown. He's a tall wide receiver. Throw the ball up to Christian Watson. Christian Watson. He's a great wide receiver. Those are the type of plays that you want to run. Romeo Dobbs, you don't want to do that with Romeo Dobbs. You want Romeo Dobbs to have yards to outrun the defense. This is a bad play call by Green Bay. You want Romeo Dobbs to be outrunning the defense, not having a jump ball with the defense. So, but that is the play that you want to see when they're at the goal line. That is the play right there that you want to see when they're at the goal line. Now we're at 3rd and goal. They had a run. They made it maybe a yard. See Wicks at the top. See Watson down here. Oh no, you see Dobbs at the top. You see Watson down here. Wicks is next to Watson, and Musgrove is on the outside of Watson. They run in man, and instead of having a jump ball, and you have Dobbs running the out route, you have Christian Watson running a slant route. And I can't really tell you what the other two are running because they're out of frame right now. And honestly, Malik Willis did this a smart thing. He just threw the ball. He threw the ball behind both the defender and the wide receiver, where neither one of them could get to it because your wide receiver definitely was gonna have a chance to catch that, and no other defender is right there. There's no penalty on that simply because you have a targeted receiver close to the ball. So that's great right there. All right, Green Bay is on defense. Once again, I told y'all this is a focus on Green Bay, even though we FGB Mafia. But cornerbacks are off the wide receivers 9 times out of 10. We're looking at zone again. Shotgun for the Chicago Bears. This is what I want to see from Williams a little bit more. He does not like what Cole Kmet have optioned for him. And he just gets rid of the ball to Kyle Monangai, who's more wide open than anybody else. He could have thrown the ball to Cole Kmet. He could have. But he said, no, you know what? I'm going to use my guy who's moving forward instead of the guy that has to turn around. Look at Cole Kmet turns around and starts blocking, which is why you have these type of checkdowns and you have these type of smart plays. I want to see more of this from Williams. This is what I want to see him develop a lot more of. Having the IQ to go, I want the guy that's moving forward. Cole Kmet is a great blocker. I'm gonna throw it to this guy, Cole. I know Cole Kmet is gonna turn around and he's gonna start blocking. Mind y'all, it was 2nd and 9. And this is why Monangai is going to be. Listen, I said Monangai might be one of the guys that have a magnificent year this year. If it wasn't for that toe right there. Look at this right here. He put that shoulder down. He said, yeah, I want you to tackle me. I want you to tackle me. Put the shoulder down. Put that shoulder down and put the boom on him. Hey, this is supposed to be a Green Bay Packers film session, right? Hey, this is why I chose this though. So of course this was zone. The cornerbacks bailed out. Um, the cornerback played on Cole Kmet. He got caught up, got blocked, and had to depend on the safety. Safety comes over. Monangai lunges. He doesn't put a shoulder down. He lunges. He lunges into the defender. Look at that. He lunged into that defender and put him. Oh my God. Hey, that is a true highlight right there. That's definitely a true highlight. Let me make sure I mark on that one. That was nasty right there. All right, it's saved. Oh my God. Just put him. He made that man think about life. Do I still want to be a football player? He probably is headed to the ground like mama. He headed to the ground like Jody. Mama, that's right. Call for your mama. Or yeah, he actually stepped out of bounds right here instead of that other one. He stepped out of bounds right there. So that's probably at the what? The 30? At the 31. He should have been at the 31. Oh my God. Yeah, Manon guy. He first down. And see, y'all can't hear it. I can hear it. I can't play it for y'all because then, over there on the tube, they'll be kicking us off. Cal Mananga for the Bears first down. Hey, I thought that was just bros thing. Now I'm hearing it that they was doing that already. All right, let's get back to it though. Green Bay is in zone coverage, man. Green Bay is in zone coverage. Hey, great play, Green Bay. Everybody got to where they was supposed to be. I don't think this is a great call by Ben. You got Colston Loveland. See, I probably with this, I would have told Loveland to go towards the cornerback or that safety that's coming up, and I would have allowed my pulling tackle, which that's crazy you having a tackle pull like that, but I would have had my pulling tackle go towards that cornerback that's above Colston Loveland. And then Dowman is not blocking anybody. He's getting ready to block a safety, I guess. He's breaking down. And and it's crazy. You got DJ Moore blocking a linebacker, yo. He's blocking a linebacker. But yeah, Colston Loveland kind of, if the right play call was made on this, then Colston Loveland wouldn't be making that block right there. It'll be my pulling tackle, and he will be up the field a lot more. And because of that, the Swift would have a lot more room to run. He wouldn't have to worry about making it to the outside. He'll just cut and make some make yeah, he'll cut and make a play out of that. Because now you look and nobody's on 21 except for now. Now Colston Loveland goes to him 24. Nobody goes to 24 until afterwards. So Coastal Loveland gets on him then. And then 21 who comes down, or 20 comes down and help makes the play. Because 21 is the one that Coastal Loveland originally was blocking, which he should have left alone. Because that guy probably would have got pancaked. So do you call this a great play by Green Bay or just a blown up play by Chicago? Because people did not block the right guys. All right. So Coastal Loveland is in motion. So therefore, y'all know the defense did not do anything but shift over. They didn't do anything but shift over. So therefore, they're in zone. Everybody's looking back at the quarterback the except for the linebacker. The coach possibly said something because if you look, he's looking over at the sideline. When the ball is snapped, he's looking at the sideline. He turns, he looks, he goes, "What's going on?" "Oh, okay, yeah, I see it." And he runs and he's trying his best to stop that screen. Hey, Loveland, we need you to do some better blocking, man. Yeah, Loveland got to get his blocking game up because that was open. That was wide open, y'all. Screenplays is not really much a defense can do against that except for get off the block, and that's exactly what he did. Colson Loveland should have been blocking it a little bit better than that. That was a great pick. Going against that win like that. Look at how that ball got that curve. That's a soccer kicker right there. All right, it's 6-3. Got a play action. Nobody's following the motion guy. Actually, you got Brisker. He's backing up as the guy's motioning. So if you look at the top of the screen, the slot receiver, he just runs by everybody. So that tells you his zone. Musgrove makes the catch. Musgrove is running like a uh, tight end slant. That's why he's so far up. If you looked at it originally, it looks like he's gonna run across the field, and then he turns upwards a little bit more. That's tight end slant. You get behind the linebackers, but stay in front of the defensive backs, and there you go. Great first down for the great first down for them. It is now 3rd and 1. So of course, this is highlight plays. Under center, it's 3rd and 1, and they're under center. There's only one thing that you should be doing, and that got Brisker coming up. That got Booker. Booker played the run. Listen, man, at this point, Booker, do not play the run. He has to realize that he has to realize that no matter what, your first option is the quarterback. You keep everything when it's in the run. Your defensive ends, when it comes to the run, they supposed to make sure that the running back does not cut to the outside. With that being said, Booker should not be pushing. See how he pushed upwards right there? He should not be doing that. He should not be doing that. So now this pass is gonna go to Musgrove because it's wide open. That play could have been blown up if Booker would have just stopped. You don't have to move in, just stop. Stop right there. Force that guy to go inside. It's called not being selfish. Be a team player. You don't need to make the tackle right there. It's great that you want that, but you have to realize which play is yours first. My play is on the run, keep him on the inside. Eyes on the quarterback. That's how it's supposed to be. That's how Musgrove got all that space without Willis having much to do. So he has to develop that. For him to develop that, he has to stay on the field. This is why over and over, when y'all hear me in these lives, I'm constantly saying I don't want to see Booker kicking those footballs and doing any slip and slides and all that. I want to see the man developing. That's what I want to see. Got a motion. Wicks is in motion. You don't see anybody moving with him. You just see the linebackers doing the shift. You got an out route down here at the bottom of the screen. This is what I do like about. I like the moves that Booker do though. Gotta make that sack. Gotta make that sack. What are they doing? This was a blown up play because whatever was going on, he could have thrown to the running back, but that possibly would have led to negative yards. But he was supposed to have been sacked right here. This was bad offensive lineman. Bad offensive lineman. No blitzer coming and your quarterback gets touched. One if you have him like this, you're supposed to be sacking him. That's supposed to be a sack, y'all. It's supposed to be a sack. Let's be honest with it. I know this is a Green Bay film session, but that's supposed to be a sack. Moving forward, Edmonds got faked out and then took a bad angle. At this point, you want to try to push backwards instead of continue pursuit. You want to kind of push backwards right there. The Bears, welcome in. All right, they get first and goal right here. They finally run the ball. Well, they ran the ball in the beginning. And the Bears played pretty good right there, but they got a tackle. Like, it shouldn't have been no movement. Ball is out, but is it out before he goes down? Actually, he's in his forward motion stopped, so they possibly called this down already. They might come back and call it down. See, no, his forward process was still going on. Ball is out. Bears just did great defense right there. But of course, that's y'all boy. That's y'all boy. He's Mr. WB. I can't say it here on the live because they'll definitely tag me. But y'all know what he did, what he's been arrested for. Nobody follows Loveland. They just shift. But honestly, when you have them in at their own two, you want to kind of send a blitz. So you should be doing a zone blitz or possibly a man blitz right here. And it looks like they was blitzing anyway. But it's Cal Monungai. Oh my God. A bad tackling. Bad tackling. You got him right here. You already got him. He's tackled. He's tackled. You see how he's stumbling a little bit? Man, no, kept it going. You got him right here. You put your head all the way down. You're not even looking at him anymore. You're not even looking at him anymore. What in the world? That is how Cal Monungai ran through those. Bad defensive tackling by Green Bay Packers. Because they had him. They had him at the line of scrimmage. It was 1st and 10. They had him at the line of scrimmage right there. It probably would have been 2nd and 9 if he reached for it 2nd and 8. But instead, it's another first down for Chicago Bears. But you know how I say, the Bears. Let's go. All right, it's 3rd and 8 right here. They running. Ooh. With them guys being up, I'm calling this zone. I'm calling this zone. And it's exactly what it is. DJ Moore is now left alone. Throw the ball to Moore. Just throw it. See, the ball should have been thrown to him right here. You see him coming across the field right here. And you see the guy is not on him. Lead him a little bit, bet would have had a little bit more yardage than that. Cal Monungai is running a halfback angle, halfback hook. Uh, don't know what Jade Walker was running. He don't even look like he was running anything, to be honest. 4th down, they give the ball back to them. So you get a turnover and you don't turn that into points. Single back formation. They run the ball. This is why Bear Down Daily say that they need to work on the defensive tackle position. You're pushed all the way this way, and nobody else is there to help you. Positive yardage like that. Can't have that. Otherwise, everybody else, great blocking by Green Bay. Tremaine, you got to get off that block. But you can't get off of it too soon because the guy could have cut to the outside. So, and of course, the safety is the last guy to make the play. So, it got to be that close up because he's the last guy back. Got a motion, nobody's following. So, y'all know what that is zone. That is called a jet sweep. And I'm not gonna lie, great way to go attack the block and try to make sure that he don't get to the outside, but you have to make sure he don't get that outside edge on you. But that was definitely great blocking. That was a great way to attack the block by the defense. Chicago Bears had 5 penalties for 55 yards. Green Bay only had 2. Discipline. That is called discipline. Nobody's following the listen, nobody followed the motion, so obviously it is zone. This is at the point they're running zone. Oh, great catch. And of course, it's Watson though. Possibly a comeback route, maybe an out route. Yeah, that's possibly an out route. Shotgun, quick release. And once again, guys getting burnt. Romeo Dobbs. Guys getting burnt. This is why you win and go get Muhammad. Malik Muhammad. This is the reason why you go and get him. Whoop. He's that far away from you already that you're trying to hold him. You're already done. You're already done. You're already done. It's over with. Look, and possibly had an ACL tear. All right, it's 13-3. They send a blitz because you see this linebacker is running in. So they sent the blitz. Williams get out of the pocket. Nobody is playing a contain. And now he starts to get to his number one receiver, DJ Moore. Hands the ball off. No blitz here. Great running, great blocking by Chicago Bears. No blitz. Great cutback. Great way to see the hole. Good blocking. Green Bay is starting to look like they exhausted. Now they send a blitz. You see how many people are up on this line? One, two, three, four, five, six. 6 guys. Do we gotta sit here and show y'all? See this right here? So let's count that up. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You got 7 guys that close. It's that 7 guys up close. So you know what's happening there. You know they sending blitz. And I'm pretty sure Chicago know that they are sending blitz. That's 3rd and 9. Became 4th and 9. Or possibly 4th and more because he threw the ball away with nobody by him. So ball was at the 23 at the time. Ball is now at the yeah. They called the intentional grounding. Good kick. It's good. Motion. Nobody's following. Play action. Cornerbacks bailed. They're in zone. See, they're good when it comes to pass passing pressure, but when it comes to that running, nasty. And they could have caught the flag on that. Brisker, yeah, they definitely caught it. Was he in motion to do it already? No. Just jump. Jump over him now. All right, now 2nd and 8. Play action. Cornerbacks bail. So they're in zone. Malik Willis don't know what to do. Wow. And this is with 4 defensive linemen coming at him. He was able to do all of that. Nobody played anything there. Nobody's playing contain. Everybody's got their back turned. He slid before he was sliding before he got to the first down. So it should be like 3rd and 1. But anyway, 2nd and 6, they moved on to a different play. Nobody's following the motion. We know they're in zone. Run the ball, get the first down. Great blocking because they pushed them right out the way. We know this with Chicago Bears defensive tackles. They're going to get pushed out the way when it comes to running. It looks like they're getting exhausted. Nobody followed this motion as they circled. The ball went to them. Chicago Bears attacked it. They still got positive yards out of that. Nothing. I hate those plays anyway. 4th and 3. Field goal is good. 16-6. Nobody's following Colston Loveland. So Green Bay is in zone. Cole Kmet makes the catch, put his head down, first down. They're moving pretty fast because they want to save their timeouts. They have 2 timeouts left. They had 2 drop passes today, which is significant for the Bears. You got everybody at the line of scrimmage, but you got those cornerbacks over there backed up. This is how Aaron Rodgers can sit here. Yo, Peter, appreciate that daily check-in. This is how Aaron Rodgers can tell whether you're blitzing or not. You see them cornerbacks, nobody's probably shading any type of way. If y'all seen that that whatever got leaked out where he was at practice and he was like, "You're not blitzing, back up." So let's see. You have a switch 56, which is technically would have been a lineman. He's backing up. You see 55. He's dropping back. They still send 4. This is not a blitz. This is not a blitz. It's just a switch. It's kind of like a trick play. Colson Loveland is across. He's running across right here. Why don't you? If you're not okay, your 2 options don't have their head turned around to you. Move on to your other options. Colston Loveland. He was open for you. You didn't have to use your legs. Look at, oh my God, look at all that space then. Look at all this space. If Colston Loveland is open right there, use it. Use that. What is going on? He makes positive plays. They're going to call this down possibly like right here because that's where he's giving up his body. You got to know where the first down is at. They don't see this yellow line. Of course, they got to go for it. 4th down. Nobody followed Cole Kmet. Just do the same thing you just did because nothing is open. You could have passed the ball right there. You could have gave him the ball. That's easily a first down. You don't trust the kids to catch it. So you're going to run. You make the first down, and now you want to dive. Why dive? You're going to hurt yourself doing that. This is where you're supposed to slide. All right, it's 3rd and 9. Cornerback at the top is playing way off. Cornerback at the bottom is playing way off. They're in zone. DJ Moore runs across, and the cornerback tells him, "Hey, pick up, pick up, pick up." They're in zone. Supposed to did that with Colston Loveland, that other play. All right. 4th and 4. Kick it. Makes it. Okay. I want y'all to pay attention to right here because this is what brought Chicago back. Dobbs, you have to look at the ball all the way in. You are a wide receiver. You know this. You can't just take your eyes off the ball. But hey, great play for Chicago. I'm happy about it. But as a breaking down Green Bay film, this would make you upset. He took his eyes off the ball. He took his eyes off the ball. He looked up. He said, oh I'm finna get hit." Bears get the ball. Now they get a chance to go tie the game, which y'all know that happened. Only reason I'm staying on as long is because it's the Bears. So, and even right here, you can look at him look up. He looked up. At this point, he's looking up and he's, oh shit. Ooh, my bad to but yeah, he's like, oh snap. Drops the ball. Bears pounce on it. Moving forward. Shotguns, you see the cornerback is constantly backing up. They're in zone. Thank you. Williams has had this all game. I want to see more of this from Williams. Dude, use those. You have big receivers against linebackers. Those linebackers are slow. A lot of them are slow. Loveland gets the first down. Once again, Green Bay is pretty much playing zone throughout the rest of this game. Look at that. Use DeAndre Swift. Swift makes some positive yards. Cornerbacks are bailing, so therefore in zone. Find the soft spot in the zone in between the linebackers and in front behind the linebackers in front of the defensive backs. DJ Moore makes the catch, gives the ball to the center, hurries up. Once again, they're in zone because he could have gave it to DJ Moore right here too. DJ Moore could have made this catch and possibly got in. Like right here, if DJ Moore is ready for it, that could have been a catch. That possibly if it ain't a touchdown, it's definitely a first down because he was gonna make it to a first down. 28 seconds left, 4th and 4. And see, that's another thing. It's third down. You want to use every possible option that you have. And Jade Walker. We haven't said that name but once. He ran an out route. How the man slipped. He's trying to break on to who is this? He's trying to get Zacchaeus. Zacchaeus runs like a little hook slash in, and the defensive back slips, and that leaves Jade Walker wide open for the catch. He gets 1, 2, and go ahead and walk it out. Do your walk, boy. Do your walk. 1, 2, and he contains possession. All right, so we know fourth quarter they don't do anything here, or the coming to the end of the fourth quarter they don't do anything here. Finally, they get Malik Willis down, and I like that he just bum rushed the tackle. Just get out of my way. Do you see that? A pancake for the a pancake for real. That's how a pancake's supposed to happen. Montez Sweat. I like that. Just boom, boom. I Montez, Montez Sweat. All right, we're now in overtime. Cornerbacks are all right. They're in man. They're in the outside man zone. So cornerbacks have man because if you're looking at the cornerbacks, everybody is following somebody, but the linebackers don't, and that's why you see this play action when you jam a man and then you follow him, which I'm looking at 24 up top. Chicago is in man. We're ready to step up. This is what I'm talking about. Step up and make that hit. 4th and 1 still. They go for it. Another mishap, fumble. This guy cannot recover the ball on 4th down. Yeah, he can't recover the ball on 4th down and get any positive yards. Automatically turnover. Malik Willis wasn't even looking. That's on the center. Motion being followed. They're in man. Give it to the guy that's been having a magnificent day. And honestly, if he could have gotten past there, look, he ain't even want to be ran over. He just pushed him down like, nah, you're not gonna do that to me. Play action. They ran the blitz because the linebacker is past that line of scrimmage. So they blitzed, step up, deep pass. We know how that ended. Touchdown, Chicago won. All right, y'all. It's been 2 hours and it's been fun. I appreciate each and every last one of y'all that's been in here with me. We went through the film. And you know what? With that part being said, we're going to take a break tomorrow, but we're going to come back with the NFC South. We're going to come back with the NFC South on Saturday. Look at that. The Iceman. And I'm cool with all that, but didn't nobody go check up on DJ Moore because he sure enough got rolled up and laid there like, oh my God. I would have been checking up on him. I would have been like, hey, forget all that. Let's go check up on that man. All right, y'all. It's been cool. It's been one. I appreciate each and every last one of y'all coming through, dropping y'all daily check-ins, dropping those gifts, the goats, everything that y'all have been doing. Man, y'all make sure that y'all stay real, and I will see y'all Saturday. Peace. And I will see y'all Saturday. Peace.